Hello everyone and welcome back to Retro Smash TV. My name's Chris. Thank you very much for joining me today. In today's video, I'm just going to go through what's behind me, which has proved to be a super expensive month for video game pickups. It is also likely to be the last big pickup for a while. Unfortunately, I've received some life-changing news, which I'm not going to go into. Only my nearest and closest people have been notified of this. So this is probably going to be one of the last big hauls, big purchases for some time, just due to unforeseen circumstances. But let's get into the video. So if you are new here or you're a returning viewer, let me just explain to you how we do things on Retro Smash TV. So I use CEX a hell of a lot. For the good and for the bad, I use it a hell of a lot. I wouldn't have my video game collection without this particular franchise of shop. So the way I do things is I look for undervalued video games, whether that's at car boot sales, in charity shops, marketplace, eBay, Vinted, wherever I can source underpriced video games. I will then either try to sell them on my Vinted account or on eBay to get a little bit of profit that I can then reuse towards bigger hitting games, or I will trade them into CEX to build up a CEX cash voucher, and that way I then can purchase the games that I want to add into my collection. I am very proud of the collections I've managed to build up over the years, and I love showcasing this for you guys, and hopefully you can pick up a tip or two along the way, whether that is a tip that's going to benefit you or you learn from all the mistakes that I make. I video everything, the good, the bad. If I have an opinion, I will tell my opinion. I believe I'm quite fair in a lot of the comments I have. So yeah, let's get into the video. So the bulk of this haul, and I haven't actually calculated how much I've actually spent in February, but I'm going to say it's well over £500. It could even be over £600. A lot of that has been done through CEX vouchers. January was a very busy month for me with trading. I cut my collection down quite a lot. I sold a lot on eBay and Vinted. I traded in what I couldn't sell so that I could purchase the stuff I want. So the biggest purchase was this PlayStation 5, and if you are a long-term subscriber of this channel, you will know that that is actually the third PlayStation 5 that I have had in my possession in little over 3 weeks. If you haven't already, go and check out those videos. You'll see the experience I had with trying to purchase this PlayStation 5. That PlayStation 5 there, I bought from CEX. It cost me £420. I used all of my vouchers for that particular console. It's working a dream, and I'm so happy that I managed to pick up a PlayStation 5. So I'm part of a bit of a little gaming cartel with a couple of the lads, Retro Rob, Jordan, aka Wild Game Hunting, and Wayne's World of Gaming. I have massive FOMO. They all get together on an evening on the PlayStation, play games, talk about stuff, live gaming, and I was always Xbox. So I had massive FOMO. Fear of missing out, and I've managed to pick this up, and I'm so glad I did. I can't believe it took me so long to actually pick up a PlayStation 5. It's backwards compatible. You can play PlayStation 4. So I traded in my PlayStation 4 for vouchers, and we managed to pick up this. So I haven't looked back since. I'm absolutely loving the library of games, and that is the bulk majority of these pickups. So let's get into the games that we picked up. So something that I only got yesterday, and that is this Resident Evil 4 on the PlayStation 5. I managed to pick this up for a fantastic price on Vinted. I am going for a full set of Resident Evil games, but with the lenticular case. I was thinking about going for the steelbooks, but my good friend Wayne's World of Gaming, after seeing the sort of prices that these steelbooks command, and in his collection, they look so cool, like really so cool, but they're expensive. And Retro Smash TV is all about bargain hunting on a budget, and that doesn't fit in with my overall mission of collecting video games. However, I'm a big fan of lenticular cases. So we've got Resident Evil 4. I haven't played this yet because I want to play them. I want to play through them in the order that they came out. So guys, if you've got any for sale lenticular cases, let me know. We can have a little chat about that. What else did we pick up? You saw one last week. I picked up quite what I think is a hidden gem, and it is quite a heavy hitter as well for what it is, and it is Transformers Devastation on the PlayStation 4. This game cost me £45. I used vouchers again. I had some PlayStation 4 games that were no longer required, and I traded them in for a voucher, which came to the total of the £45, and I picked up this. I have given it a go, and I love the artwork on it. I don't know how much replayability there is in this, but this represents a huge chunk of my childhood. Growing up in the 80s, Transformers was all the rage. I used to love playing with the toys and watching the cartoon, and it was just natural that if there was a Transformers game on the PlayStation that I could play, I was going to get it. And that game was Transformers Devastation. Right at the very, very beginning of the month, and even before we had this PlayStation 5, in anticipation, I picked up some games. If you do rewind back, I did pick up the limited edition version of the PlayStation 5, the Spider-Man version, and that is what prompted me to buy these two games. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which was the very first PlayStation 5 game that we added into the collection. I haven't played this yet because I'm currently playing through Spider-Man 1. So I want to finish that before I move on to this. We also picked up Miles Morales for a fantastic price. I got that on Vinted, so that wasn't a CEX purchase. So I do purchase stuff from Vinted and eBay. I do, however, use my balance from selling things. So that's how we do it on this channel. I try not to spend my own money because I end up with going down a rabbit hole that I don't want to go down. I've learned from all of the mistakes from 2024, and I don't want to repeat those again. So we picked up these two. Again, Miles Morales, when it came, it had a slip down the side on the case. I swapped the case out. This still isn't the greatest, but it's not damaged in any way. So we've got the Spider-Man Miles Morales. Just whilst we're talking about the Spider-Man game, so I do have the PlayStation 4 steelbook of this. There's some slight damage on there. It doesn't fit in with the uniform of this, so I am going to be looking at trying to pick up the normal standard version of Spider-Man, just so that it is in a uniform collection. So I'll probably be looking at moving on my steelbook, which is damaged. So I'll be listing some stuff up on my eBay and Vinted pages in the very near future. Another CEX purchase was this Unbound Worlds Apart. Again, this I've yet to play this. I've not had time since I've actually purchased this, but this game is one I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into. It's a platformer with puzzle elements. I'm not too sure if it's like a Metroidvania type game, but I know it is a platformer with very sort of modern retro aesthetic look to it. It's very cheap. It's not a very rare game, but I think it's a sleeper. I think it's a bit of a hidden gem. So if you haven't seen this game, go and check out some reviews of it. Check out some gameplay footage on YouTube. But definitely really happy to have that into my collection. Another CEX purchase, which I picked up last week. I'm a huge, massive fan of South Park. I think this year I do want to get some more South Park memorabilia. I'm kind of thinking, do I want to go for the full set of the DVDs? Because at night time, all I do is watch South Park. I just put it on in the background whilst I'm doing other things, and I love the humour. It's probably because I'm a big kid inside and I just love South Park. So picking up the South Park Stick of Truth. I have unfinished business with this. I did have it on the PlayStation 3. Unfortunately, it caused my PlayStation 3 to actually malfunction and break. So I'm yet to finish this. So I want to play through that. That's probably going to be the next game on the list that we do stick in and we start playing through. And then after that, we're going to get the Fractured But Whole, which I have played through on the Xbox and completed, but I want to do it again because, again, I'm a huge fan of South Park. I'm a huge fan of the humour, and yeah, I'm just a big kid. So 40-year-old man, and I still love watching South Park. We picked up some other bits from Vinted and eBay. Again, another game I'm really looking forward to getting into. 2025 is going to see me branching out to the more horror and survival horror video games, and the one that I'm going to introduce myself to is the Blair Witch, which I believe is based on the film. Having watched a lot of gameplay and part of a walkthrough, I think I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this game. Being a fan of horror films, it's a no-brainer for me. I don't know why I haven't done this sooner, but I'm really excited to get stuck into this. Which brings us on to what I've bought. I've actually bought some more horror games which are in the post, that are on the way, which I'll show you in another video. One of them is one I mentioned in a video last week, and the other one is a game franchise I've never ever played, and I'm quite embarrassed to say I haven't played this particular franchise. So what better way to start my journey into this particular franchise than buying this game? So I'll show you on next week's video. An eBay purchase, which a lot of you was really fans of, which was Mega Man 11. As you can see, I've still yet to play it. It's still in the seal, and this is a very entertaining game. If you're a fan of retro and Mega Man in particular, definitely look at Mega Man 11. The difficulty level isn't as high as what you will find on the original Mega Man games, so definitely look at that. Mega Man game, I've got it on the Nintendo Switch. I haven't actually completed it on the Nintendo Switch, although I am very close. So having to start that again, really happy with that. Stick those there. At the very beginning of the month, we picked up a big bundle of PlayStation 4 games that we traded in, and the two games that I kept were the obvious ones, which was The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2. I've played Last of Us 1 on the PlayStation 3. I've watched the TV series, which I've thoroughly enjoyed. I'm looking forward to getting stuck into these. However, I am in a predicament because I want to collect the PlayStation 5 versions. I don't know whether I'm going to be trading those in, or if I'm going to look to upgrade the Last of Us games. So looking forward to getting stuck into those. Because of my situation at the moment, I'm probably just going to keep hold of them for the time being. I picked up this. This was actually a gift from a very good friend of mine, and it is the complete box set of The Sopranos. I haven't watched this for years. It is one of my favourite TV shows of all time. You can't watch this on any of the streaming services. It come in this lovely condition box, and it's got every single DVD in there. They haven't been watched. My friend had them, and he basically said, do you want these? Because I'm just going to chuck it otherwise. And I said, yeah, I'll have that. So the Sopranos box set, which I'm really happy to have into my collection. That's something that I'm going to be looking at doing this year, and that is up in my movie collection. One of the games that I'm so happy about, it is Nintendo Cardboard. There's something about Nintendo Cardboard that collectors just are attracted to, and I am no different. Okay, we picked up this Getsu Fumidan, the deluxe edition. I saw this in my local CEX, and it had been behind the counter for a very long time, and I looked at it 2 or 3 times before I actually bought it. I was more worried about peeling the stickers off the front. That's what was stopping me from buying it and not buying it new. And I did pick this up for a very good price of £20. I am a massive fan of kind of Japanese culture and movies and just like samurais. That's why I'm a big fan of Ghost of Tsushima. I love the Wu-Tang Clan. That was a no-brainer because of the Japanese art that is in this game. It comes with lovely postcards, a soundtrack which I'm never going to listen to. The booklet inside with all the artwork is stunning. It's so fantastic. It's such a shame that more games don't come like this, because it would appeal to a lot of collectors. Even if it was limited to a certain amount of copies, I think that it's a massive seller, and I'm so happy to have that in my collection. And then finally, another bad experience that I had with CEX, which was well documented, but I picked up this PS Vita last weekend, and I cannot be happier with this. It is in stunning condition. I bought this for my upcoming holiday to take away with me just whilst I'm on the plane. I believe it's like a 4-hour flight. I haven't been on a plane for about 15 years, so I don't know how I'm going to be. And I needed something that was going to take my mind off of what was actually taking place. And my good friend, again, I mention him all the time. So if you haven't already, please go and support Wayne and Wayne's channel. I love the guy. He is a fantastic person. His collection is awesome. He's got some amazing big things coming. He picks up the best games. And the thing with Wayne is he actually plays the game and he finishes them. An avid gamer, so please go and check his channel out. He put me onto the fact that I should not go for the PSP and I should just go for the PS Vita. And I'm so glad I listened to Wayne's advice, because picking this up, I can't actually put it down. The library of games that are in this system is incredible. A lot of the games on the PS Vita have been re-released on the PlayStation 4, and I can't put this down. I know I said it in the last episode, but I'm so happy with this. When I got that first original parcel from CEX and I opened it, and that sheer disappointment of the condition, I was gutted. I was genuinely gutted. I know that when I come across on the camera, I was really angry and annoyed. I was annoyed because I like to have nice things, especially if I'm paying a lot of money. This wasn't cheap. It was £140. I know I could have got it on eBay or Vinted for a bit cheaper, but that's not what we do on this channel. We build vouchers up. So that £140 might have only been £50 in real sterling cash. So I knew that, but that unboxing was truly very annoying to me. It was more annoying that I had to take it back. It was more annoying that I had to wait around whilst they tested it. But was it worth it? Yes, it was, because the one that I replaced it with, the one I hold in my hand, is so nice. It's in fantastic condition, and I'm going to preserve it. I look after all of my stuff. I'm one of those collectors that like nice things, and I always look to see if something was to happen and I needed money fast, could I sell something on? So it needs to be in a very, very good condition so that it can sell quicker than what it would if it was battered. So I believe that is everything. That is about 500, maybe £600 worth of pickups. Let me know in the comments if you have any of these, if you have any recommendations for any games that I need to go after. As I did mention, I am going down that survival horror route. So any recommendations of games, I have ordered myself a game that is a sleeper that I believe is going to increase in price over the course of its lifetime. I mentioned it last week. I'm looking forward to playing that, and I've also picked up quite a big hitter. It's a very common game, but it's quite expensive, so I have picked that up. So that's in the post. We've also got another small little bundle coming off of Vinted. There was one particular game in the bundle that I wanted for my collection. Again, I mentioned this in last week's video. There's some other games that are coming with it that I'm going to look to move on or trade into CEX to try and make that one particular game free in essence. So I will show you all of those next week. I'm hoping this weekend I can get out and do a little bit of hunting. Because of my circumstances, I don't know how much I'm going to have as a budget. So it might be that I do a little small budget PS4 hunt, because I do want to add to this, and there are some budget friendly titles that I do want to get that are in my CEX favorites list, which I will do a video on what's in my CEX favorites list, because I like to get people's opinions on games and recommendations as well. Just as much as I like giving out recommendations for games, I like to listen to other people's. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this, guys, and you are new and you want to be part of this Retro Smash journey, make sure you're smashing that subscribe button. If you get a chance, you can hit the like button. I'd very much appreciate that. As it says in the description, I don't accept donations. I don't have a Patreon. I don't ask for handouts or anything like that. The only support that I need from you guys is to watch the videos, like, comment and subscribe. That is all you need to do. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. I'd be so grateful, because as of right now, recording this video, we are on 1,999 subscribers. When I started this channel, I was so over the moon when we got to 1,000. Now we are one away from being 2,000. I would be absolutely ecstatic. So guys, I've been Chris. This is Retro Smash TV. I will see you in another one. Take care.